Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a few apps that save me a ton of headaches on the job site. Some are subscriptions, some are a one-time purchase, but all of them pay for themselves pretty quick. Up first is SizeSnap, which is an app that lets you tap out and dimension photos. It's great for RFIs or markups to other trades. SizeSnap lets you import or take pictures right on the app. To add a dimension, you just drag across, and you can be very precise with this, as you can see on the bottom left corner. Adjust the other corner, nice. And to add a dimension, you just tap on the question mark and use the presets, or you can enter it manually, which is what I usually do. One cool thing about this app is that if you need to be exactly horizontal or vertical, it actually gives you vibration feedback to know when you're exactly level. You can also just add text, and you have a variety of settings: text alignment, stroke color, shadows, zooming in, zooming out. With text, you can actually change the little tag to point at something specific. You can also have lines, arrows, rectangles, and not even use measurements if you don't want to. I use this app mainly for RFIs. It allows me to get in my question faster, easier, while it's still fresh on my mind. I can bang out like 3 to 5 a day in like less than 2 minutes almost. And the best part is it's a free app, so go get it. Site Audit makes it easy to create clear, detailed reports. Here's how it works. Click add, you add an issue, you fill in as much or as little information as you want here. Add your pictures. So just imagine you have like 20 of these issues. This is where this app really shines. Okay, now here's the cool part. You can go in, hit share report, and it formats it into this really clean and concise report for you. It looks really professional, it's easier for people to work with, and I've gotten really great feedback from people. Instead of emailing somebody 10 separate photos that somebody has to click through one by one, you can send a single PDF that clearly lays out your point. My one issue with this app is that the cloud version, which is a monthly subscription, allows you to have multiple photos per issue, while the one-time price local version only lets you do one photo per issue, which is a little deceptive on their end. The one-time price is really not a one-time price if you want the full features. So for that reason, I'm looking to move over to another app, even though functionally this app is really great. BHMax is a construction calculator. I love this app. It lets you enter any dimension and quickly convert between units. You don't have to hit an extra convert button. You can go into metric, do the same thing there. It has a ticker tape, which is just like the memory, and it lets you have a quick list, which is useful if you have dimensions you use all the time. You can do different projects, have quick jobs, a board feet calculator. There's this really cool feature that shows all length conversions on one page. BHMax is a one-time price of $12.99. OneTap gives you a library of pre-made messages, images, or information snippets you use all the time. For example, I work on a building at the corner of 360 Road and 500 Street, and deliveries constantly go to the wrong address, or subcontractors call me and they need to know certain information. How this works is that you can go into an email or a text and you change the keyboard to OneTap, and then you can tap into a variety of messages or documents. Here I have a pre-made text that shows all of the job site information, along with how big the elevator is, what the requirements are for the building security, where the bathrooms are, so it's all there clearly laid out for them. It also lets you know how often you use it, which is nice since you don't want to have like 100 of these shortcuts on the keyboard. To make a shortcut, you hit new shortcut, you name it, and then here's where you can do a photo, URL, or a document. Then you add the contents that you want. Then you can just hit add, and that's going to show up. OneTap is pretty cheap yearly and monthly, but you do have the option to outright buy it for $34.99. Timestamp Camera allows you to take pictures or video and add a timestamp along with location. We're all constantly taking photos of our work, whether it's for insurance, quality control, or just keeping track of progress. On the app, you can pick the information displayed. You can do the date, location. You can even have the logo of the company you work for. You can pick where the stamp is located. I prefer the upper right corner. You can also change the time and date format, change the font along with the color, and you can change the text opacity. A lot of times I'll call the contractor and be like, hey, you forgot to paint this wall. And they'll say, no, Billy Bob told me he painted it last Tuesday. And then I'll take a picture and send it to them. And it's pretty hard to argue with that. Timestamp camera is a one-time cost of $4.99. PDF Expert. The only reason I'm recommending this app is because it's the only one I have found on the iPad that lets me accurately scale drawings. So it has a few different sections: annotate, measure, redline, draw, insert. It does a pretty good job of auto-detecting the scale. I try to avoid scaling whenever possible and get dimensions directly from architects or designers, but sometimes I just need a quick, rough measurement and can't wait days on an RFI. It can also do area. You can redline. The app itself is stable and smooth, but I'm not a fan of paying a subscription for a PDF tool. However, it does save me a lot of time since I'm mainly in the field. Let me know what you thought about these apps, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I'll see you on the next one.